Hi, I'm Lynn Thompson. I'm the president of Cold Steel Knives, and I want to just tell you a little bit about our new products this year for 2017. Let me put my close lookers on. I'm going to start off with one of my favorite knives, the Frenzy. This knife was inspired by our helmet breaker that we developed with Steven Seagal. What we did is I took that helmet breaker blade and I put it in a chaos handle in aluminum, and I trained with it for about a year, and we found it made a really good stabber. It was great for parrying, blocking sword blades, and I liked it so much I told Andrew Demko, let's make this blade in a folder. And Andrew's a flippin' knife genius. It's got that awesome long, I call it almost like a Celtic style blade. Some people might call it a long Warncliffe. It's really stabby looking. It's got a great false edge here. It's got a nice blood groove here, if you will, or fuller. It has just a very, very slight concave edge. It's not quite straight, but it's almost straight. The point is acute, but it's not terribly weak. It's strong enough to survive a lot of contact. So I'm pretty happy with how the point came out. It's quite acute, but it's sturdy enough to do the job, and I'm quite happy with that. It's frightfully sharp. It's got XHP powdered steel, Carpenter powdered steel blade. Tremendous cutting power. In our tests, it cuts tremendously well. It weighs about 5 ounces. So it's a 5.5 inch blade for 5 ounces. That's a really good ratio. A 2-tier G10 handle. You can get it in green and black, blue and black, or gray and black. It's thin and flat. It's got quite a bit of CNC work in it. So a lot of value here. One of the things I love about it is in the push dagger grip, it's got tremendous reach. Look at the reach. Over 8 inches of reach. Maybe 8.5 inches of reach. Tremendous reach in this knife. Super flat, super thin, lightweight, and strong, strong, strong. 4 inches from the pivot point, holds over 225 pounds. In our tests, in our testing machine, it's gone to even our extreme tests. So on our 3-foot arm, on our testing machine, it's survived 50 pounds on the spine whack and the overstrike tests. And that's our extreme test, making it one of the strongest, if not the strongest knife in its weight class out there. So it's an enormously strong knife, and I just think it's really cool looking. How do you like that for eye appeal? Hard to beat the Frenzy. So I think it's one of the coolest knives we've done in a long time. Another knife that I really like this year is our Immortal. Mike Wallace designed this. He works with Andrew Demko in our R&D shop in Pennsylvania. And he's really an up-and-coming knife maker and designer. And what Mike did is he captured the look of a gladius sword in a folding knife. And it's really, really hard to do. We've tried for a long time to do that. And Mike did it, and he got it to fold and look good. And one of the strong suits of the Immortal is you've got 3 bevels coming together here. And they all look crisp. All those lines look crisp with this line grain finish here. There's a lot of contrast. And we've got a big bevel here, and this bevel, of course, is sharp. This one is unsharpened. And it's a 4-inch blade. We've got Andrew Demko's thumb plate. We've got a stout American-made G10 handle that's all CNC'd. That you can grip it in any grip method you want. great traction. It's got an ambidextrous clip. It's got that triad lock. Very, very strong. I think it looks really cool. The next knife that came out really nice is our GoldenEye. This is the more expensive model. It's got an American carbon fiber handle, a Carpenter XHP blade. It's got our hollow thumb wrap opener with matching gold pocket clip, triad lock, super lightweight. All the finger cutouts match a saber grip perfectly. To me, when we first Andrew made this prototype, Andrew designed this, Andrew Dimko. When I saw that prototype and put it in my hand like that, it felt, now I have a medium hand. It felt perfect in that saber grip. And I said, that just feels perfect. Let's make that. So this one, the carbon fiber one, is only available in the drop or spear point, if you will. But we have the forest green models in forest green G10. We have those in Tanto and spear point. Next, we have the Night Force. And the Night Force is available in Damascus steel. And the handle is G10 clad in carbon fiber. So it's got a carbon fiber overlay over the G10. And it's got stainless steel hollow thumb wrap. In Europe, they'll call this rose Damascus, stainless steel Damascus. It's German Damascus, stainless steel. Triad lock. Comes with 2 pocket clips, so you can carry it left or right. It's a beautiful Damascus blade. Really lightweight. It passes all of the cold steel tests for lock strength with flying colors. Very, very sharp. I've got some knife fighter's mange on my arm here. The other day it was so sharp it was cutting into my skin. So that's new. Another cool knife is the Grik. This knife's going to retail for $59.99. It's got a 40% glass-filled nylon handle and an 8A blade. And what's really unique about this was we're bringing back that plastic clip. Now, I made plastic clips before, and the reason I stopped is so many people broke them. They'd snag them on whatever and break the clip off. But I've always liked the plastic clip because it's easier on your hand, far easier on your hand than any metal clip. And it doesn't mar surfaces like a steel clip does. You lean up against your car with a steel clip and you can scratch your paint, or you can scratch any other surface with a steel clip. And this one's really flat. The way Andrew designed this is pretty slick. It's super flat, so it's not as easy to snag and break it. And if you do break it, we can unscrew this and send you another one. It comes with 2 clips. It comes with a left and right clip. And this piece here is, you get 2 of these and 2 clips when you buy it for $59.99. So it's pretty slick. And here's another feature that I really like. And this is another thing that sold me on this prototype, is you can get a full 4-finger locked in super tight grip. Look at that. For a small knife, even a good sized hand can get all 4 fingers and their thumb on this knife and exert tremendous leverage on whatever you want to cut. And that's hard to do on small handled knives. And our research, which we're doing all the time, we found it's so important to get that little finger onto the knife handle if you want to exert maximum leverage when you're cutting. And like on our mini Pendleton Hunter fixed blade, we redid the handle at considerable expense because on the first version you couldn't really get your little finger on the handle, and I said, nah, that's not going to cut it. I wanted my customers to be able to get that finger on so that they could use that little knife and do bigger tasks with more cutting power. And it didn't. We just had to extend the handle just a little bit, and then most people could get their little finger on it. It gave them so much more leverage for not much more handle. But of course I had to remake the handle, but it was worth it to me to do that because this, to me, is enormously valuable. Whenever you're going to whittle anything or you've got to make a hard cut, to have that missing like that is weak. You put that finger on it, it is strong, strong, strong. So I think that's really cool. And then we have the Pro Lite this year, $49.99. We have it in Tanto point, and we have it in clip point, and we have it in spear point. It's got a 40% glass filled, or 30% rather, glass filled nylon handle, triad lock, 4116 Krupp German stainless steel blade that's cryo quenched for $49.99. Comes with 2 clips, stonewash blade, and black and blue colors, and you can get it in Tanto point, like I said, clip point, or spear point. And again, get a full 4-finger solid grip. Plenty of handle and a really expensive price point. A lot of knife and a lot of safety for a low price. There you have it. Some really cool pocket knives from Cold Steel for 2017.